Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of ZoukCast. And as always, I will say hi to my co-host and friend Nymf. How you doing, friend? Nymf.
I'm good. I'm good.
How
How are
you doing,
you?
friend? So this week we will talk about a subject that I always wanted to talk from a long time. And today, yes, Adam from the Dutch Congress, he just posted again the themes of the party, so it's like perfect for me to talk today about the theme parties in Zouk Congresses. So for this episode, we invite a big fan of the theme parties on the Zouk Congresses, and is our friend Leah. How you doing?
Hey, I'm alright. How are you?
Fine. So Leah is also known for her craziness on the dance floor, right? So,
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
I think that the subject suits her perfectly. So why the title of the episode? Like theme parties? Really? I just wanna fucking dance. Uh, for me, theme parties, they have gone too far. Like nowadays, all the congresses, they do each night is a theme party night. Like for example, for the Dutch Congress, like next week, Friday night it's like African Jungle night. Saturday night is Hollywood Classic night, and Sunday night is Home Country Colors night. Okay, what's my complaint about all that? First of all, I'm a guy that sweats a lot. So I need to change clothes like every 3 or 4 songs. Like at least I need to change my t-shirt because I don't want the ladies to be all wet because of me. You know, I know it's disgusting.
So you're
You
making
really don't? Sure.
So I remember 2 or 3 years ago on the Berlin Congress, you know, it's hot there, right? It's really hot. So I wear my suitcase with, I don't remember the number, but maybe 35, 40 t-shirts for 4 nights. Like I was counting 10 t-shirts each night. And I ended up buying extra t-shirts because I finished all of them. Okay, so if on top of that, I have to think about the costumes or about the theme party, it's impossible for me because I don't have so many jungle clothes or Spanish national team clothes or whatever, Hollywood classic or whatever. On top of that, I don't like to be, you know, in a costume for dancing. I like to be myself. So, Nymph, what do you
Yeah.
think about that?
I never do with this team stuff. I always go like myself with my cap, with my scarf, always. Because I've seen a lot of people, they go in team for the first couple of hours maybe, and afterwards it's too hot or it's something else and they start changing and then that's it. Like after a couple of hours, no one is almost in team.
Okay, so I guess you and me, we more or less agree. What does Leah think about that?
I think there's a lot that happens at the theme parties, and there are a lot of ways to do it or not do it right. So it's not the idea of a theme party that might be completely ridiculous, but maybe it has to be thought through. So the easy ones are the colors. So, you know, most people would have 1 or 2 options in their wardrobe that is of some color. Usually it's Brazilian, so we all already have, you know, green and blue and yellow.
Yeah, talk about yourself because my wardrobe is black, only black. So the only option you can see my jersey is almost black. My T-shirt under is black. Oh, by the way, it's from Dança Brazil from some years ago. And only my trousers, my pants are different color, but usually it's jeans color. So
What about your underwear?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
let me check. Okay, can you see?
Black.
So,
At least.
so
Well,
the
okay.
colors
My-
is one.
My
Yeah.
view in general on the theme parties is that, and that's not talking about how the theme is chosen, etc. It sometimes works really well because you know why everybody loves Halloween, for example, because we get to dress up like a crazy whatever something. It's a way of self-expression as well if you take it this way, you know, or it's a way of doing something that you would never normally do, which is dress in the color. Oh my God, you know, and not wear black, for example, if you want to. So another part of it is creating that conformity sort of thing, the group feeling. Belonging, etc. That's what uniform is for, and you know, if you have other places with dress codes like fancy restaurants, etc., it's a way of including and excluding crowds. So psychologically, it's inclusion exclusion too. And I think there are mostly ways to kind of dance around the theme fairly easily, even for people who need to change frequently. You don't need to wear a full costume if you don't want to. Nobody's forcing you, but you can have a few elements that you keep on you while you're changing t-shirts, for example, and that would be good enough for a theme party. For instance, the jungle thing, wear khaki pants and then change your t-shirts whatever way you want to, for example. Yeah, you go camouflage. It's, you know, so I'm not thinking that they're terrible. I think sometimes they can work, but there are a lot of ifs to make it work too, for the Zouk dancing and social dancing.
You said that nobody forces you to dress or to wear the costume, but sometimes you feel obliged when you are hired by the Congress, like when you're teaching or when you're performing and you're a public figure. You feel like, okay, I should go with the flow and maybe I should dress up a little bit. So
most of the times I actually see teachers not being dressed in the theme, unless it's a Brazilian color thing.
yeah, I am one of the ones being dressed.
T-shirt pants. A lot of teachers don't. So you don't, even if you're in a public eye, you don't have to oblige. I mean, you might feel a little bit of that social pressure. It's like, oh my God, everybody's dressed up, but end of the day, not really.
Yeah. So what's the worst idea for a theme party that you've seen?
Anybody can turn anything into a worst idea, but I don't know, something very elaborate, something that actually takes really dressing up. That is not a good idea unless you have it something like the party starts and then maybe an hour in, when everybody is already pretty much there, you have a competition. Because for an elaborate costume, like I remember Charlie and the Chocolate Factory theme at some of those congresses that I've been to, that sometimes takes a lot of
competitions. Don't get me started into competitions.
I know, but what I'm saying is, if you have elaborate costume themes, something that you cannot just, you know, put normal clothes on, like a color or something like that, something that you actually have to dress up for, then it's unjustified because you can't freaking dance in that stuff. So either you have a competition then, which is at the beginning of the party, and then everybody can change and just, you know, keep going, or you don't do it because it's too elaborate and people can't dance in that shit.
Okay, but I can cope with one night on a congress, like one theme party, okay, but not every fucking night. Like I'm traveling with my suitcase, and the companies charge so much for my extra suitcase, you know. So if I have to wear costumes for every day, it will be impossible for me to travel light, you know. So
well, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to wear a full costume. You can just have an element of something like.
Yeah, but what's the goal of the theme party if you're just wearing a tiny element, you know?
you're already part of the crowd, though. I mean, if you have a wristband of the color, you're done right there. You don't have to wear anything else. You can cheat your way through it, or you can ignore it entirely. It's up to you.
Yeah, well, I'm more for ignoring it than for cheating, because if you go for it, just go. No, don't cheat your way in.
That's the thing, you know. That's the thing. I've seen some very creative ways of cheating the dress code, and that's kind of that's interesting. It's interesting to see. It's interesting to kind of think of. I think it brings out your inner creativity if you want to go with it. You just kind of like do something small and unusual, and then you're like, ha, I'm conforming but not conforming because I'm not wearing all that shit, but here's that little thing that makes it look as if,
Yeah, I guess for the jungle party on the Dutch congresses, I will cheat a little bit, because somebody just asked me on the Facebook comment I post, like, what will you be wearing, Antonio? And I told him, like, I will be wearing the clothes of Antonio dancing in a Zouk Congress that was abducted and put into the middle of jungle. so
yeah.
Okay.
Just keeping your t-shirts on longer, and that's it. Antonio in a jungle.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but what I was asking about is not a question for a general guest, like somebody that I don't want to get into a mess. I'm talking to you, the girl that posts all the shit on her blog, and she rants about whatever she don't like, and she gets into trouble. It's after each congress that she doesn't like. So I was asking to you for a specific choice for a theme party that you saw and you hated.
Well, now I have, like, you're forcing me now to go back in my memory through a shitload of congresses, really, and trying to think what were the theme parties there and which ones I hated. Can I come back to you?
Yeah.
With that, because I'm like running through my inner catalog, and Google doesn't.
While you search, if you find a good one, one that you like it so much, yes, you can tell me to.
Yeah, I mean, in general, it's hard for me to tell, because every single dress code that I've experienced, there were ways of doing it without having to suffer, really. Also, I guess for ladies, it's a little bit easier, because usually we don't really change clothes that much. So we just come in and stay in whatever we're wearing, because it's more socially acceptable to be having like short sleeve things and things that are more breathable. Guys are usually at least dancing in a t-shirt that's warmer, so you guys have to change often. I can't really think of something that I absolutely hated, to be honest.
About the changing part that you just mentioned, it's not about the kind of clothes that we wear. It's about the amount of sweating. So I can wear like a sleeveless t-shirt, and I need to change still because I sweat so much.
Yeah, I know, but I think
some girls don't realize that they also sweat, and they don't change. And then it's us that got disgusted by dancing with them. Like, Nymf agrees with me, right?
Yes, I agree.
I think socially it's more acceptable for ladies to be sweaty on the dance floor for whatever reasons as well. Maybe
you ladies are accepted sweating in so different places and positions.
I also see it the same. I mean, you have like girls who are like.
I wasn't talking about dancing now, but
I'm just trying to be morally correct for a little bit of change. Usually I'm the one who does that. So.
Okay, so didn't you remember any bad thing?
I can't. No, I'm like drawing blanks in my.
For example, I will get into trouble now, but I hated the one on Prague about the pajamas. No?
Oh, that was the best! What are you talking about?
I hated that. It was like people wearing things that they shouldn't wear.
No,
transparent clothing on a guy with a belly this size and hair all over the chest, It was disgusting. Disgusting.
Well, hey, you know, people would wear something terrible regardless of the dress code if they are prone to wearing something terrible. So
Yeah,
that has nothing
on that,
to do
on
with
that
the
party
dress code.
there was a lot of people wearing terrible things.
Of course, but what I'm saying is that's not the dress code that made them wear terrible shit. It's the people's lack of absolute style. Or maybe they did it self-ironically, you never know. That made them wear the terrible shit, but you know. It has nothing at all to do with the dress code. Like, dress code is a kind of a general theme, and how you interpret it is up to you and not to the dress code.
Yeah.
Pajamas party, for example, a lot of people came in like nice cozy pajamas, PJs, and then there were like half of the girls wearing kind of very revealing sexy lingerie. You know, it's up to you to interpret that, right? So you could have chosen PJs, you could have chosen that, or you could have chosen like short pajamas with the shorts. You see, it's not like somebody said you have to wear that specific type of pajamas for that party.
Yeah, but maybe a guideline would be nice for somebody.
But it's so cozy. Pajama parties are nice.
On the other side, on my own congress, I made this. On the first year, I went with the flow and I did a theme party, like rock and roll and everything, because it suited me. But then I thought that didn't suit me. Like the theme party really that suited me was like fuck the dress code. You know, well, the second year. Like I said, dress code, fuck the dress code. Just go wherever you want.
It's okay as well, you know.
Okay, so while you think about a really bad one,
You do goth.
sorry.
Like a goth theme party, that would be so awesome. Everybody just like in the crazy makeup and shit.
Ghost. Okay, just think about a bad one, and in the middle I will do this commercial thing that I have to do now. Okay, so just think, and for everybody watching, this ZoukCast is not a sponsor, but you see, I can do product placement. So you could sponsor the ZoukCast, you know. And this is my usual protein that I take. So if you are a shake maker, or you have a nice drink that you want to sell to Zoukers, just tell me and we can make business. Okay, just kidding. Okay, I was just giving time for Leah to think. Nymf was asking, what the fuck? He's like, now earning money out of this and he didn't tell me.
Yeah, but I still don't get what is this, the extra value of having a team party. I don't see any. I just want to go to the congress and just dance and dress like whatever I want. Team parties sounds me more like in the old fashion, old time, like children go to the school and they have like all the children have the same costume. I don't see any value of this theme stuff going on, and I don't know why people started doing this. Can you imagine one reason?
I guess that the first. Go.
It's a phenomenon, and the reason why it's a phenomenon is not because it's a big party, because it's nothing. It's a big rave, right? Right. So what is so special about Sensation White? Everybody wearing white. Every single person. You're not allowed in if you're not wearing white. So it must be a phenomenon that a lot of people like. So I think, of course, we all have our preferences, and some people are going to be like, I don't get this, what the fuck? Which is perfectly fine, but you cannot deny the fact that for a lot of people, it creates a lot of avenues for self-expression, for inclusion, for just doing something unusual. I mean, maybe nobody ever wears white. Like me, I don't wear white. It's just like the only pieces of white things that I have in my closet have appeared there because of the dress codes, and now sometimes I actually wear something white, which is like, oh my god. So, you know.
Okay, but there's a reason why I don't wear white. I don't like it.
I mean, I like the color. I just never was inclined to really buy it. And then I was like, oh, there's a white, party. But it was like, okay, so I might just as well get something cheap and nice. And but that's not the point. The point is kind of there are going to be always people who are going to not understand the whole shebang about any sort of costume themed anything, Halloween, you name it. I have friends who are like, Halloween. And then there are going to be other people who are going to take it as an opportunity to express a part of themselves that they're not usually having a place or time to express, or just, feel like a little part of some sort of inner circle, quote unquote. As I said, uniforms are there for a reason. Uniforms are there to make sure that you belong to a group visually too as well. So a lot of little psychological things are going on during the theme parties. I also don't think that it's necessary to have a theme party every night. I guess it could be done with something that's fairly general, like, I don't know, like they usually do a Saturday gala. It's like, okay, I mean, most people dress nicely anyway, so at least one of the nights. Girls are usually wearing dresses, whatnot. So it's not really a stretch to kind of make it a gala night and then, like, more people dress nicely. For example, or colors, colors are easy for most people. So it's not necessary to make it every single night, but it can build that sort of sensation of belonging to one event, to one crew, and that's exactly something that things like Sensation White do. The whole big deal about it is that everybody's wearing the same color. There's really nothing to that party other than everybody wears white. Think about it, and it's a phenomenon. It's an international massive phenomenon for a reason. That's what the dress codes kind of do to the majority of people, not everybody, because, not everybody likes the same stuff anyway.
Yeah, going back to the Nymph's question about why it all started, do you think it has to do some about commercial reasons? Like it will sell more the event to people if you have theme parties? Or people will buy more your event because of the theme parties? Or it doesn't matter?
Can't see it mattering quite as much. It might have been just a fun idea to try out in the beginning, or maybe it was a commercial idea to try it out in the beginning. I don't really know how it started. I think they've picked it up from some of the salsa congresses that did Halloween nights and other things. And then somebody was like, oh, we can do something like this with a congress, and then it just kind of caught on. It sounds like fun for some people, but I don't think it will make them buy the ticket. I don't. A congress for me is about the teachers and people who go there, the quality of the place and everything. Just having a dress code is definitely not going to influence my decision on whether or not I'm going to buy a ticket to that event. So I don't know if for others it does, but...
Okay. So what's the next congress you're going?
I have no idea.
No idea. So I was asking about the theme parties on the next congress, but...
process when it comes to my trips is like sometimes that same day I'm like, oh, I'm staying in Prague, and then in the evening I'm like going to another country. Things happen. I don't know. Definitely I'm going to be at the Prague Congress, and I think also at the Prague Christmas Marathon, one in December. So if I'm in the city, I'm going to be there.
I didn't know about the Christmas Marathon. It's the same concept that the one on May?
Yeah, I think it's the same idea, but I'm not sure about food or things like this because the price is very, very low. So I don't even actually know what's included in there, but it's in Prague, and I live here, so if I'm in the city, why wouldn't I go, right?
Yeah.
You have to check for it. But the concept is the same. It's just dancing. It's just like whole day, whole night, everything.
Okay. So, Nymf, you will go to the Dutch Congress, right?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No.
So you live there just for the parties?
Yeah.
You don't want to dress like a zebra?
No. No jungle, no zebra, no. No, I don't think I can make it. Yeah. I'm doing some study stuff for work, and I have to prepare also a lot of things which I'm studying, and have to have some certifications. So this period I'm busy with all the study.
Okay, so I was going to challenge you, but to go both of us with some kind of crazy custom. But I guess that I can leave that to you. So, do you guys want to challenge me to do anything on the Dutch Congress regarding the theme parties that are there?
challenge you to have a great time, and whatever that means for you.
But you know that's for sure for me.
No, but that's the whole point. The point is to have fun. For some people, it is fun to dress up and, be a little bit of that thing. For other people, they're like, oh, why would I bother? And then for them, it's more fun to just not bother. So if you want to make it as a personal experiment, you can go ahead and try to
Wear as Tarzan?
Well, but that's easy.
Something that I don't have to buy, please.
No, but, you don't need to buy. You don't need to buy any T-shirts. This is like -20 T-shirts for one of the night.
So just to show people that I'm not against doing crazy stuff and doing costumes, I want to show you. I'm looking on my Facebook right now, pictures from me of my regular Gothic parties that I used to go. So you will see.
That's why I'm saying you should throw a goth party next year.
Yeah. Let me show you something. This is the usual partying, not Zouk partying, Antonio. Let me see if I can show you.
Can you imagine a bunch of goth people dancing Zouk? That would be so awesome.
You don't know that when I started, it was Friday nights, and after my class, I had a party. So I was going to a Gothic party every Friday after my Zouk class. So one night I convinced all my friends to come and try the class. So you could see all the people entering into the place and watching a bunch of people in black, like cockroaches, trying to dance with these huge boots on the feet and all chains and everything. It was really funny to watch. So let me share this. Do you see that guy there?
Yay!
With the glasses?
Holy shit.
Yes.
That's me. And that's a regular party.
Well, I mean, for example, if you think about it, yeah, this is a pretty elaborate dress up. You obviously cannot dance Zouk in it comfortably because you can't.
Take this one out.
Right? But you can take that sort of and just simplify it, add some elements that are, not dangerous for the dance floor, and you can actually survive with them the whole night. And then you create that sort of atmosphere, but then you don't have the discomfort. Because a lot of people, I think, in the beginning when the costume parties have started with the competitions and everything like this for free passes and stuff, people took a lot of time, some of them really dress up, but it's impossible to dance, right? That's obvious. But some of their costumes were super elaborate, and they were there just for the competition, sort of. And then they took them off and left some elements. So you can do something like that. It just creates that sort of the simplified version of whatever you feel like.
Yeah. So maybe.
I think also the elaborate costumes, as I said, if you have something like this, then have a competition, and because then it's really justify having one. And then have it in the beginning of the party so people can change and dance.
Yeah, so what do you think about this costume that I can bring? Let me show you. This, because people usually don't believe me when I say that this is me. And what do you think about this costume of Fat Antonio? Let me show you. Oh shit. Not working now? Okay, here it goes. What do you think about that?
What? No way. Is that
you can go for jungle also, right?
Oh, that's funny. I like
There was me it was not me, it was the guy that ate me, I was now I'm 77 kilos. In that picture, I was 105.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I was just filling time because I guess the subject of the evening was done because we agreed to disagree about the theme parties.
And that's
right?
the whole point, isn't it? Everybody has different tastes.
Yeah. So I will try to do something for Dutch Congress just to show people that I can make the effort.
That you can.
I won't promise anything fancy, but I will try. Like I don't know, maybe for the classic Hollywood, I think I have some stuff here to try to maybe a hat and a nice jacket or whatever. But please, organizers, don't go crazy about the theme parties. Just one, maybe 1.5, but not every fucking night, please. Did you agree with me?
Wait. They don't do it every night because the Dutch Congress is 7 days. They only do 3 days out of 7. So.
Yeah, but that's a technicality because the main nights are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and they do it on all the main nights. And more or less, the rest of the congresses they do it on the last times. They do it more or less every night. Like every night has a theme.
Yeah.
So I guess that it's not bad, but once or twice on the whole Congress is okay for me. And don't expect me to go every night with a theme because I don't feel like to. But I will make the effort for the next Congresses. Okay, so if you don't have anything else to say about that, I think we can close it up here. Thank you very much, Leah, for being here confronting me and my strong opinions about the...
Crazy shit, it's okay!
Okay, thank you for being here. Thank you, Nymf, for being here also and for taking care of the chat. I guess that nobody wrote today.
No.
Okay. And next week we have a really interesting subject. We will talk about injuries in Zouk. And we have a really special guest, Leo from Leo and Becky. He will be talking with us about Zouk injuries and how can we avoid to get hurt on the dance floor. Okay, so that will be next week. That will be next week, and that's all for today. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching and for being here for our guest, Leah. And for everybody else, see you next week. Bye, Nymf. Bye, Leah.
Hey, bye.
Hey, have a spooky Halloween, people. I'm not gonna see you before that. Maybe dress up. I don't know. But yeah.
Bye, guys.
Enjoy the Congress, Antonio. I won't see you there. Oh, no, I'm not going. So maybe somewhere else.
I will enjoy. Don't worry, but I will. See ya. I'm trying to put the final credits. Wow.
Bye.
Something happening. That's not really helpful.